he has decided to pick Soviets for the grand finals, Yellow Soviets, and we have Yuiyui, the Mastermind, the Allies Pro, Super Pro, and he's going for a fast power plant build order, which means he's going for a fast airfield, classical build order, fast airfield, perhaps. And we see engineer, very smart thinking from Dimon. He has just made one bear and he's cranked in an engineer, only one conscript and another bear, and so little production, unit production. He's saving money. Oh my god, he's so smart over here. We see a Vindicator cranking out from Yuiyui and a bear coming nearby, scouting the positioning of Yuiyui. Yuiyui attacking the oil derrick of Dimon. This is he's continuously bombarding. I'm seeing the battle marker. I'm seeing the Vindicator flying towards the oil derrick of Dimon, and he's spamming Vindicators. He doesn't care anything about anything. On a single power plant, he's going to move his MCV, not a second power plant, and he means business. Yuiyui, look at this. He's spamming Vindicators even though the production is low. Yuiyui realizing this bear, it's dangerous, and Dimon placing the bear over here. Look at my mouse cursor. Near as possible, using left and right mouse clicks. The airfield and the Vindicator, while attacking itself, damaging the airfield in itself. The oil derrick has been destroyed, and Yuiyui with Dimon with 3 bullfrogs. Usually he makes 3 bullfrogs, but today he has 4 bullfrogs. Both players means business, to be honest. Both players going for the 3rd refinery, and a terror drone inside one of the terror drone is moving viciously towards Dimon. And let's see what Yuiyui will attack the power plant, keeping production low of Dimon. Hence, when he builds this 3rd refinery, the production will be quite low for Dimon. I mean the power. So now I'll show you exactly what Yuiyui has done, and look at the power. It's low. Energy production is 150, yet the consumption is exceeding it by 50 almost. So very smart thinking from Yuiyui, and crossing those Vindicators, but Yuiyui delaying that 3rd refinery and making an airfield nearby him. Classical Yuiyui, and he's going to fly again. This gives him advantage of being nearby the base of Dimon, and he's attacking the refinery now. This close by refinery. The bullfrogs are trying to come nearby, and base crawling, super reactor, 2nd power plant, and then a super reactor, trying to play cheesy. But Yuiyui, maybe he goes, he's trying to go for MCV push. What's going on here? Trying to go for an MCV push, Yuiyui, and just backing himself up with a couple of 5-6 peacekeepers. This is attacking play from Yuiyui, and he's placed his MCV directly on the hillside. He means business. He knows that if he camps, Dimon is a powerful player when people camp against him, because he uses advantage of camping himself. Actually, he's himself a very good player at playing defensively, and almost he's playing. He's going to place a turret over here, blocking this area. In the meanwhile, trying to stop these hammer tanks, because Yuiyui knows and understands he will be attacked and bombarded by these hammer tanks. Peacekeepers will use the close range, and he's trying to use the close range, trying to be aggressive, bringing in a lot of hammer tanks and airfield nearby. This is extremely aggressive play, and attacking the MCV. Look at this. Look at the MCV. Oh my god. MCV has been taken apart by Yuiyui, and 75% of health has been taken apart. Now they are going to is easily going to snipe this refinery. I'm not going to focus on it at one bit. He's made a barracks and he's going to spam bears in the meanwhile also. You know, I think an engineer first. He should make engineer perhaps. But Dimon is not making an engineer. And this game is really intense, to be honest. It's trying to desperately take out these hammer tanks, and Yuiyui realizes that okay, fine, I'm going to lose maybe something, maybe I'll lose one or two vindicators, but these hammer tanks, if they grow in number, they can be very dangerous. And look at the laser locking from Yuiyui, sniping one tank, playing extremely aggressive, making a fourth refinery, using this protocol, cryo shot protocol, and Dimon has conceded game number 1. So very good game this. I'm going to jump straight into the battle beta game, the second game now, and let's see what happens. Dimon down bottom, yellow Soviets, and we have Yuiyui top side, and this is, let's see the build order. Barracks first opening, and Dimon, I see in the minimap, making a bear, trying to get his scouting information from Yuiyui, and going from the hillside, PK first, then engineer. Maybe the PK was designed to go inside this civilian structure, and look, he has put PKs inside civilian structures just to negate those pesky bears, battle bears, and he's going to try to have scouting information in this area. Yuiyui, Dimon, and double barracks opening, selling both barracks, it seems, from the formation I'm seeing from the minimap, and he's making units count over here. Yuiyui has sold his barracks, and this bear is going to be sniped, I think. Yes, very crucial, this bear getting sniped, protecting his peacekeepers, trying to get as much kills as possible, trying to protect his peacekeepers. These peacekeepers, even though low in number, but he's making them count, and he's going to attack these this civilian structure. Yuiyui, he's not moved his MCV, and he's gone for a cryocopter straight away. I think Dimon doesn't have idea that he has a cryocopter coming up, but still, anyways, instinctively he's going to go for bullfrogs. Dual bullfrogs on the battlefield for Dimon. Dimon attacking this oil derrick, crucial oil derrick structure, and he's going to use the cryo shrinking, and just a little wall segment over here from Yuiyui protecting the airfield, going for his third refinery, and Dimon taking the shorter route, to be honest, going for his third refinery in C. So Dimon will be on 3 refineries and an oil derrick, faster in economy this game. Dimon has 3 conscripts over here coming and trying to attack Yuiyui's airfield, and these bullfrogs are trying, very busy with this cryocopter, and this cryocopter is trying to get information, but it has been destroyed. So excellent engagement here for Dimon, and this engagement, as soon as he won him, Yuiyui threw in the towel. He saw third refinery of Dimon in C, and he knew that he was a bit far behind, so he decided to pit. A bad micro decision from Yuiyui. Let's see game number 3 on Snowplow. We have Dimon on top side, yellow Dimon. Dimon all tournament played as Empire, but he has transitioned into Soviets, which is his primary faction. And I personally feel that if Dimon would have kept playing Empire, Yuiyui would have been dominating even further, perhaps, but still. And I don't know. I think Dimon is still one of the best Soviet players out there. We bust at the current timeline. And once again, Dimon is not thinking about spamming a lot of conscripts in these smaller maps, just like on Infinity Isle. But Infinity Isle isn't a very small map. And Dimon creating War Factory. So we are on game number 3 on Snowplow. And this is the grand finals for the number 60 tournament, #60. And a fast airfield from Yuiyui moving his MCV. He doesn't have any barracks opening. Similar opening, build order opening from Yuiyui, just like in from the opening we saw in Infinity Isle. And he's, I guess, perhaps trying to do an MCV push. Very good at these MCV push, experienced player Yuiyui. It's a bit more aggressive, and this is what's causing problems to Dimon, like on game number 1. He caused a lot of problems to Dimon with his aggressive pushing, and timing is pushing very well. But Dimon also is very experienced. He's no slouch. And look at this War Factory placement. This is very good War Factory placement if a new player is looking up, because it's very far away from these turret pushes. That proximity of these turrets from potential MCV pushes. And he's going for that third refinery, dual power plants, and C also taking them away from the turret pushes proximity. And he's going to make a third refinery now. A turret over here, just trying to protect this area, this middle area, using the terrain to his advantage. Dimon, Yuiyui is using the terrain to his advantage, to be honest. And we have 4 bullfrogs, 4 vindicators. It's just trying to play mind games with Yuiyui, trying to find an opening, to be honest. And the third refinery is on for Yuiyui. He's building something. I want to show you guys what he's trying to build. He's making a power plant, and he's already made a barracks. I didn't realize this. Yes, a barracks over here. And he's going for an engineer now. I see yes, a turret over here as well. So mixing it up with a 4th refinery, perhaps playing the eco game, playing mind games with Dimon. I think I was also a bit confused, because I thought you would go 4th, not 4th refinery, go for a turret push after the 3rd refinery, to be honest. But as expected, Dimon must have made a tier 2 in very good positioning over here. And I guess he has a barracks also by now, to be honest. Yes, a barracks deep in the base. He's well prepared for a turret push, and this is sucker punching from Yuiyui, because he is threatening to go turret pushes. Look at this positioning, but he's not really turret pushing, and he's playing eco boom somehow. I think he's going to go for a war factory. And preparing himself for any potential dangers. Yuiyui just moving his vindicators here and there, and just like predicted, he has gone for a war factory, and then maybe a tier 2 Guardian tanks with laser pointer guns. Let's see what he does, which protocols he takes. So he has taken the advanced aeronautical protocol, Yuiyui, and engineer and a conscript using the ability of the bullfrog, the eject passenger's ability, and he's going to try to capture this oil, but Yuiyui is smart enough, one shot bombing that engineer. In the meanwhile, Dimon is going for a fourth refinery in seaside. So good map control, and now we see cryocopters trying desperately to destroy this refinery, to be honest, getting a terror drone inside. So good aggressive play. So he has negated its fourth refinery of Yuiyui somehow, Dimon. And in the meanwhile, Yuiyui is going for a bombing run with these 4 Vindicators. Just trying to bomb the Vindicate. Just trying to bomb. Yes, using the cryocopter, and I see those bullfrogs coming up. So good harassment from Yuiyui, using the angles, using the map to his advantage, but he lost that cryocopter. That was very bad engagement for him in a way, but he also has another opportunity for making riptides and using a cryo shrink to try to attack this area, because it's a bit undefended versus riptides. And we see orbital drop from Dimon, not selling that barracks. Yuiyui not healing this turret, very important healing this turret, and he needs a bit of time, to be honest. He has 2 oil derricks, so basically Yuiyui also on 4 refineries, to be honest, considering that he has 2 oil derricks. And now Dimon using the terror drone stasis ray and just capturing, taking out that tank, Guardian tank. And now Yuiyui will use the laser pointer javelin soldiers. We'll see a couple of bear mixed in the army. Now his job is to protect this area specifically, and also maybe go tier 3 perhaps. He's going to try to go tier 3 because these hammer tanks need some firepower to be destroyed, to be honest, as Yuiyui is not focusing more on having more cryocopters, to be honest. And I think Dimon hasn't gone for an airfield as of yet. He is mass producing tanks, yes, hammer tanks, and then going for the battle lab, tier 3 himself, because he knows Yuiyui is turtling in a very dangerous area over here. He needs those V4 rockets to boost some damage. 6 bullfrogs using the wings areas, and Dimon scouting with a bear, getting that bear killed. And now he'll go for an attack on the wing area once again, but he has a flag turret over here as well. He'll use this cryo shot, trying to get, and good micro from Yuiyui, destroying that ore collector, crucial ore collector, that one. And Yuiyui is on tier 3. He has an Athena cannon, couple of Athena cannons, and a mixed up dangerous army. It's a lot of hammer tanks, to be honest. I think if he mixes in some spies perhaps, trying to attack these terror drones. Mind games over here, both players playing very good at the moment. I think yes, this is exactly what I was referring to earlier, the shrinked up riptides going into the wings positions and going for that refinery position. But Yuiyui is smart enough. He has Tesla Tesla coil over here, but at least he made him spend money on this Tesla coil, losing a bullfrog with that turret attacking position. And Natasha is out on the battlefield as well. This is primarily for sniping out those drivers from yes, exactly, this is what happens, sniping that driver of Athena cannon. See, those hammer tanks will now try to leech beam is dead. Yuiyui is specifically doing his strategy is trying to kill as many bullfrogs as possible, and now Dimon has only 3 bullfrogs in the battlefield, to be honest. Yuiyui just needs to make a couple of more cryocopters, but he's focusing a lot on tier 3, to be honest. It's very good mind games, moving his Athena cannons. At the moment, if you ask me, Dimon is in a very powerful position, to be honest. He has a mixed up army and he has that dangerous airfield. Now this airfield will give him maneuverability, to be honest. Yuiyui needs to come up with something as fast as possible, and he needs Apollo fighters as well. Look, he's losing that Athena cannon once again. He's moving those V4 rockets front and back. See, just moving, trying to kill the driver of S, and just killing all of those Athena cannons was very good job from Dimon. We see a 4th refinery positioning from Yuiyui, placing a prospector in seaside, and Kirov in the mix now. I think Yuiyui should have MCV pushed Dimon in this match also, should have pressured him. Dimon is very good at macroing up, and if you allow him time, he will do these things, trying to get as much as health down for Natasha. Now he can just attack Natasha with a Vindicator. And the bad thing for Yuiyui, even worse thing for Yuiyui, is that he has lost that war factory. Now what Yuiyui can do, however, is make a naval yard, perhaps go for carriers. He's trying to stay in here as much as possible, just trying to control this area, to be honest. Just trying to spam turrets as much as possible. He needs to heal both of them. He was a bit lazy healing this turret. Sniping 2 crucial hammer tanks. These hammer tank numbers must be controlled from Yuiyui. This might be a very, very dangerous engagement for Yuiyui. Getting those V4 rockets a bit, getting as much as V4 rockets using the cryo shop. This was a good engagement and a crucial engagement for Yuiyui, to be honest. Kirov once again coming up. I told you earlier, guys, that he needs a bit of Apollo fighters. Maybe Yuiyui is wary of yes, but he has managed it. He has somehow countered this Kirov issue, to be honest. Now we see orbital drop, and this is actually this battle would have been a bit easier for Dimon if he had somehow had some V4 rockets alive. Those cryo-shotted V4 rockets that might hurt him, to be honest. He's trying to attack from wing areas using those twin blades. He should, to be honest, because Yuiyui is lacking anti-air. He doesn't have Apollo fighters, and he's left deliberately one space open, maybe for that crucial. Um, yes, look, attacking game from Yuiyui, losing 2 twin blades, and he has a lot of javelin soldiers, to be honest, spamming bears as much as possible, spamming so many bears and camping with a lot of hammer tanks that are dual hammer tanks. It's going to use these killing those bears was very crucial, to be honest, and also crucial was killing those bullfrogs, to be honest. Very good game, this very enjoyable, entertaining game, to be honest. One thing Yuiyui has done is he has killed those bullfrogs, to be honest, somehow. He's killed those bullfrogs. And using the Iron Curtain now. Using Iron Curtain. This could have been a match-winning move, to be honest, using that Iron Curtain. But by the time he comes over here in this area, he would have he will find a lot of resistance, and this whatever this Iron Curtain is, that problem would have been resolved by Yuiyui. Can counter it. Look, he has Mirage tanks. It's going to attack these V4 rockets. They are very low on health. Very low on health, these hammer tanks. So good battle over here. Settling in, I think I just feel that with this spy also, he's mixing up a spy, and also with cryo shot coming into the mix later on, those bigger cryo shots. I think and with the controlling these anti-air issue, this is looking very bad for Dimon. For the first time I thought he's dominating this game, but now at the moment it looks like Dimon might have problems, to be honest. Tesla troopers, specifically designed for, just look at this cryo shot, trying to get this star status, destroying everything, to be honest, and trying to attack Dimon's base. This is turning out to be a magnificent game, very good game. So now we go to Cabana Republic, Soviets map versus Allies. Game number 4 coming up. Yuiyui has won, no, game number 5 actually. Yuiyui is on 2 points, also Dimon is on 2 points. Barracks opening, double barracks opening somehow, and power plant, single power plant opening from Yuiyui, no barracks opening. I think he's going, yes, this is a mistake. I think this is a mistake. He should have gone for airfield in sea, and now this is an opportunity for Dimon to attack airfield of Yuiyui. Pre-planning from Dimon is excellent. He's going to make an engineer at the end. I think he's going to go for an airfield, some mixed up build order. He's trying to save this area now. He understands and realizes one bombing micro should be on spot from Yuiyui. Let's see what happens now. Wall spamming. Yuiyui is wall spamming, trying to defend this area, but once again he's not healing this wall segment. I don't know why sometimes he does that. He doesn't heal on time, and this pair left and right click, getting close to that proximity as much as possible to get the damage, split damage from own bombs, to be honest. So this is excellent play from Dimon. Dimon has stopped production of dual barracks, and he's going for an airfield MiG fighters now. So one thing, he's just sold his dog score, and he will not waste money on any other Vindicator. There was only just one Vindicator from Yuiyui. He adjusted, adapted, and countered this rush from Dimon. Dual MiG fighters. Yuiyui running backwards as soon as possible, seeing these dual MiG fighters. And once these MiG fighters come home, they will find that there are no extra Vindicators. Yes, there is a second Vindicator. Keep an eye on what Yuiyui has. Selling those wall segments, trying to find an opening, and prospector over here. Third refinery already started production for Dimon on top side. No player is taking risk of going into this area, the sea area. So let's see what happens. I think this game is poised at the moment. The turret, he can easily defend this area. If there is no terror drone inside it, however, there is no terror drone inside, and I think he just played mind games with Dimon. I think he just brought in an empty Riptide. Dimon thinking it might have some javelin soldiers inside of it. So good thinking from Yuiyui. Playing mind games, to be honest. Riptides are confusing Dimon. Map control from Dimon. We see dual Apollo fighters now. Look, he has mixed in those javelin soldiers inside those Riptides, and healing. Yes, look, he's trying to make map control as well. Yuiyui defending those crucial refinery areas, and getting his side of the oil derrick as well. Let's see, where is MCV of Dimon. Dimon moving his MCV and doing some flag drops. An engineer also in the mix. 4 Apollo fighters from that second airfield, and he's hidden them. He wants Dimon to attack, to be honest. He wants Dimon to attack, but I think, yes, he's overspending on these Apollo fighters. 6 Apollo fighters. Just playing mind games, to be honest. Trying to overspend on these Apollo fighters, trying to get as much map control as possible and anti-air superiority, because one thing Dimon hasn't done, he doesn't have any bullfrogs. He has dual look at this. This is magnificent move from Yuiyui. This is classical stuff, to be honest. Attacking that collector, destroying that collector. He should move. Yes, he's moved. Now we see refinery being sniped by Yuiyui. Good attacking move from Yuiyui, to be honest. 4th refinery for Yuiyui as well. This game is played at a very, very high level, to be honest. Extremely high level from both players. Very well played, guys. brought us so much entertainment for the win tournament #60, and both on 4. Yuiyui is on 4 refineries, and Dimon is on 2 oil derricks. But I think those is going to capture this oil derrick. 4 twin blades coming from Dimon, making that 3rd refinery up. Find an opening. Dimon trying to find an opening, to be honest, and this is, I don't know where those yes, Apollo fighters are here. He's not paying attention. Maybe he's sucker punching Dimon. I don't know what the plan is of Yuiyui, and they're coming right now. They shouldn't. Yes, a lot of flank troopers, and this move killing all of those Apollo fighters, and now he's going to lose his refinery. So this move has been devastating, to be honest. Devastating move from Dimon, destroying a collector. And let's see what happens, capturing that refinery from Dimon. So Dimon is on 3 refineries now officially. He's going to try to destroy this base of Dimon, of Yuiyui. Lots and lots of riptides trying to attack this Akula sub. To be honest with you, I just have this feeling that a lot of stuff going on over here. Dimon is sort of dominating this game at the moment. This is a very intense game for both players, and right now Yuiyui is in extreme bad position, to be honest. He's on only 2 refineries. He's trying to crank out those collectors, and I just feel that these Akula subs are overpowered. So Yuiyui smartly deciding to quit, tap it out. So 2-3 for Dimon. We're going to game number 5 now. Game number 6. Game number 5. Game number 5. I just mixed it up. So 2-2 for both players. We are going to Fire Island and Allies heavy map. It's Fire Island. And let's see what happens now. I just know so well this build order of both players. That's why I'm really sorry. I'm forwarding it a bit. And no barracks opening from Yuiyui. Same build order we saw on Snowplow and on Infinity Isle. A build order that is working somehow for Yuiyui. He's going for an MCV push. And let's mix it up a bit. A dangerous position, that blocking that 3rd refinery position. Already an attacking move from Yuiyui. From Yuiyui, both players are looking to attack, and somehow I just feel that Yuiyui realizes that okay, these bullfrogs, and if they have some sort of conscripts inside of them, this could be a very dangerous for, yes, an engineer forcing Yuiyui to sell off his airfield. Capturing oil derrick. I think these 4 Vindicators can easily take out these bullfrogs now. Easily. He's got such good micro. 4 Vindicators can take out in one bombing run, because both these bullfrogs are damaged somewhat. But Yuiyui is not focusing on that. He's focusing on these sickles, to be honest. Sniping out sickle after sickle. And just look at this Peacekeeper, and Dimon has thrown in the towel. So game number 5 goes to Yuiyui, and now we go to Industrial Strength. Game number 6. Game number 6 is happening. So 3-2 to Yuiyui. Yuiyui is leading this game. Dual barracks opening from Dimon, and as usual, just like we have noted, Dimon is going for a Yuiyui is going for fast airfield. Dimon is seeing base of Yuiyui, and single refinery airfield push from Yuiyui. Usually Yuiyui traditionally has always MCV pushed with dual refineries. He does it traditionally, but this match he is going for directly for MCV push with a single refinery, and no war factory up yet for Dimon. He's going to try to spam as many Vindicators as possible. One bombing microing. Positioning his MCV base of Dimon. I think he will go to C. I think he's not going to take a risk versus those terror drones, but there is no war factory, and he must have realized this. Look, he's just spamming. He's going to spam barracks. Look at this. Mind games. And already map control from Dimon. He has all the oil derricks. He's going to make a airfield near this sea area here, over here. I just feel that he's got so many conscripts in the mix, and he's camping really well, to be honest. Spamming conscripts, no anti-air stuff, and trying to focus more on flank cannons. Just waiting for his just going to spam these power plants as much as possible, because economically he can do this easily all day. All day he can do this. Yuiyui needs to do something. He needs to do something very fast, to be honest, because economically this battle is being won by Dimon at the moment. Look at this, a lot of flag troopers. At least he hasn't lost. Go. Losing his cryocopter. This was crucial mistake, because okay, Dimon lost his collector, but Yuiyui also lost that cryocopter, and he is on low cash, to be honest. Cryocopter was crucial. I think he should have shrink that collector and sniped it. Slowly and gradually, Dimon is easily pumping out those flank troopers, trying to get this. Just shrink this and hit it with 4 bombs, and this collector will be destroyed. Destroying that flank cannon. Once again, Dimon will create another one. Destroying. I think that bear is alive. Trying to find an opening, and no turrets. No turrets for Dimon to be from Yuiyui. This is quite surprising, to be honest. It's just a matter of time that Dimon destroys this base. And just a matter of time, to be honest. Economically, Yuiyui is far behind from Dimon. and very well organized Dimon. I think this game is heading towards a win for Dimon. I just feel that this attack and a possibility of having orbital drops. That one PK was crucial, to be honest. One peacekeeper was very crucial. Just making sure that Dimon doesn't use any of those, killing this collector over and over again, and it's sort of like a stalemate position. Look what I said about that orbital drop, and now this is a big problem for Yuiyui. Selling it wisely and placing that prospector Yuiyui over here in this area. Probably he'll go for this oil derrick, but a lot of time has been wasted, to be honest. And now with this positioning, it's going to try to snipe this oil derrick, capture his side of oil derrick. Somehow Yuiyui is managing to stay inside this game. I don't know how. Somehow he is just sniped that collector, and he's going to have his oil derrick. One thing is for sure, Dimon doesn't have Yuiyui doesn't have his refinery, and I think this game is slowly and gradually going towards Dimon. I still feel Dimon is on pole position to go on and win this game, to be honest. He's going for a super reactor because he realizes that Yuiyui is in C, and he just needs one Akula sub to cause all sorts of trouble, slowing down production of Dimon by trying to cryo shot his MCV. Cryocopter his MCV. A lot of flag troopers coming, and one of them is star status flag troopers also, and these conscripts are here now to try to disrupt this airfield. Very good micro from you, to be honest. It's, very good micro. All these flag conscripts are coming, and he's going for a super reactor slowly. This game is very slow but intense. And I think no refinery as of yet for Yuiyui. It's taking him too long, to be honest, to make that refinery. Look, he slowly and surely trying to get that refinery as soon as possible, and once Dimon gets that airfield out, it's over for Yuiyui basically. So he doesn't have any money for any javelins or maybe any Apollo fighters. So I'll just forward this. I don't think there is a chance for Yuiyui to come back into this match. Still, I am losing that collector as soon as it was brought up, and just like predicted, Yuiyui has lost this game. So game number 6 goes to Dimon, and now we go to the final map, which is Temple Prime, Soviet map, and Dimon has got lots and lots of experience on this map. It's looking very dark for Yuiyui, to be honest. What a glorious campaign, grand final for Yuiyui up till now. Very well played for both these players, coming up to the grand finals, competing. Dual barracks opening from Dimon, dual barracks from Yuiyui, and capturing his side of oil derrick on the right hand side, and also trying to capture this oil derrick as well, but got engagement from Yuiyui single refinery MCV push from Yuiyui. What's happening over here? And this is no turret, so game is over. Oh my god, no barracks. The finals have been won by Dimon. Final has been won by Dimon, the grand finals. A crucial mistake by Yuiyui. I'll just replay this game because I'm really sorry I was forwarding it a bit, just to show you the analysis, what happened actually there. I focused on Dimon's side, but I'll try to focus on Yuiyui's side. I'm shocked how this turned out to be, perhaps, this last game, and not deserving end to this tournament, to be honest. It should have been a very close fight in the end, because all of these games that we have seen have been extremely competitive. Even that industrial strength game, Yuiyui gave himself some sort of a chance. These last two games that he played, he went for single refinery openings. Look at this MCV push, and this bear scouted it. Oh my god! The battle bear scouted the MCV push. And these peacekeepers are in this position, so I don't understand what went wrong. Maybe the build order, dual barracks and then selling, and then going for a war factory build order. Selling those barracks and then going for war factory build order, scouting again with this conscript, and then coming up these conscripts confusing Yuiyui, taking away these peacekeepers should be nearby this MCV. What's going on? I don't understand this, to be honest. Terror drone stasis ring, Yuiyui's MCV taking full opportunity and finishing Yuiyui off. No barracks for Yuiyui. This game is over. Lack of concentration, but an aggressive play trying to finish this tournament off with an MCV push. Very, very well played, and I hope, guys, that you enjoyed this cast. I tried my best to remain enthusiastic. I'll post this in pre-recorded live streaming, so you can have as many engagements as possible. Thank you so much for watching, and please support me by doing as much as engagements as possible on the live chat. Be active over there, guys. Thank you so much. I'll be signing off. Take care.